Hello, I'm Dr. Nicole Cieri-Hutcherson, and I'm going to be your course coordinator for Pharmaceutical Care 3, PHM 616. I'm going to start this orientation by guiding you through the different sections and resources in UB Learns, and you'll be able to use all of this video as well as the resources posted in order to complete the quiz required for week 1. First, we'll start with the syllabus and Pharm Care Omni syllabus. You can find that, the schedule, and the class groups under General Course Information on the UB Learns tab. If you scroll within the Omni syllabus, it's the same as it's been for their previous pharmaceutical care classes. I'll start by reviewing this course-specific syllabus, which is at the bottom. So our course outcomes, Pharmaceutical Care 3, focuses a bit more on health systems and hospital pharmacy, and we'll be going through a number of different transitions of care and inpatient types of scenarios as part of Pharmaceutical Care 3. I am the main course coordinator. The academic coordinator, of course, is Kelly Sistakowski, and you will be, if you have to turn in any assignments, giving those to her. Myself and Dr. Sawyer are the only instructors this year, and then we have a number of teaching assistants that will be assisting us. All of the different practicums are weighted the same amount with the exception of the online quiz for the orientation. All the rest are just worth 14%, and the quiz is just worth 2% of your overall grade. You can see some of the outcomes that are listed for each of the different sections and the domains that we're trying to focus on. Those are just there for your information. I would like to call your attention to if you have any conflicts with the schedule or any conflicts with when your group is scheduled, you have to provide written documentation in order for this to be an actual excused absence, and those include things such as a medical emergency, a death in the family, or something else that is listed in the Omni syllabus. All of those things need to be accompanied with documentation, and we have to be notified as soon as possible. If you are excused from one of these, your grading will not include that activity, with the exception of if the instructor decides that you have to complete a makeup instead of being excused from the grade altogether. So I'll go back up to the Omni syllabus and review some of the things that I think are important in the Omni syllabus. We are going to be touching on all the different parts of the pharmacist patient care process. So we're going to be learning about collecting, assessing, planning, implementing that plan, and following up on what we've decided, mostly for inpatient hospitalized patients. So collecting information about medications, determining what to do as part of their inpatient plan as we assess them, implementing that plan, and then following up either in the hospital or as they leave the hospital. So we'll be touching on all the different parts of that, as well as a number of different curricular outcomes which are listed there. The resources that you'll need will be listed within the specific weeks, so if you need professional dress, that's listed on UB Learns. If you need any electronic resources such as bringing your laptop, that'll be listed. Again, attendance at the practicums is expected, and excused absences are basically including medical emergency, serious illness, or family death, and you have to provide documentation relatively quickly. So if something happens, make sure you contact myself or Kelly immediately so that we can get the ball rolling with either your excused absence or figuring out a makeup date. There are no specific exams, so we don't really need to worry about ExamSoft for exam purposes. If you do require any type of accommodations, please let me know as soon as possible, but like I said, there aren't any exams, so there'll be limitations in how many accommodations will be provided. Please remember to be professional in all of the different scenarios and simulations that we're going to be going through. There are differences between the different weeks, and we want to make sure that we keep the experience as authentic as we can from week to week, so please don't discuss it with your fellow classmates. You've seen all of this before. The only other things I wanted to draw attention to in this section is the grading scale. So as you know, pharmaceutical care is has a very high grading scheme. So in order to receive an A in pharmaceutical care, you have to get at least a 95%, which is different than some of your other courses. So please take note of that. And now we'll go and take a look at the schedule. So there isn't a lot of time when you have to actually be present for pharmaceutical care. I am asking that you review these videos prior to each session because it will make it a lot easier for you to go through the session if you've actually looked at the instructions prior to attending. In the past, you can really tell a student that's taken the time to watch the video and understand what we're going to be doing that week and those that have not. We don't have a lot of lecture time in class because we want to provide a simulated experience for all the different students, and in order to accommodate the large class size, we have to make sure that you guys prepare before you come. You're not here every week, you're usually here every other week, so this shouldn't be a large lift. So if you take a look at the schedule, each session is going to be offered twice in order to accommodate all of the students. So for example, next week for counseling on medications, groups 1 through 8 will report at 8 a.m. and then you'll be done by 10. Groups 9 through 15 will report at 10 a.m. and be done by noon. Then the following week will be groups 16 through 23 and 24 through 30. So please take note of what group you're in, and also note that this group might be slightly different than what your pharmacotherapeutics group is. I think there's 31 groups in pharmacotherapeutics, but there's only 30 for pharm care, so please make sure that you know which group you're in and what time you're attending. Like I said, you're only really attending every other week, with the exception of these case and soap activities provided by Dr. Sawyer. Those ones you'll actually attend both weeks. I try to stagger the times that you're attending and who's coming early and who's coming later so that everyone isn't always reporting at 8 a.m. So please take a look at that. Make sure that you're checking UB Learns pretty frequently, as well as your email. It's really important to get information about when things are happening. For example, I'm still working on the schedule for the inpatient rounding simulation that we're going to be completing, so the time that you'll report will be found out later on. All of the information about contacting myself are under course coordinator contact information. It's also in the Syllabus Omni syllabus document. That's my name, my email. This is my work phone. It gets forwarded to my cell phone, so you can pretty much get a hold of me at any time. And I'm just doing office hours by appointment, and my office is K217. So just shoot me an email or give me a call if you would like to set up an appointment, if you have questions or concerns about any of things related to Pharm Care 3. For the weekly course documents, all of the information will be posted under each week. If it is something that spans 2 weeks, like next week, counseling on medications, they will be listed together under week 2 and 3. So you can navigate to each of the different weeks to find out what's going to be happening, and there will be a video posted that you should review prior to class. We don't have class week 8 because of spring recess, and I've also canceled class week 11 so that you might attend Legislative Day and Albany Day if possible. So I know a lot of the class usually attends that. To prevent any issues with makeups, I've just canceled class that day. So just a reminder for that. And then, like I said, professional dress and whether electronic resources are required are all listed under those specific different sections. If you do attend one of these sessions, such as counseling next week, and you do not have your professional dress, including your professional clothing, your white lab coat, and your official school name tag, you will be sent home or receive a grade of 0 or a reduced grade. So we reserve the right to give you any of these things, and you might also have to have a makeup date. The last thing is that for week 1, under the online orientation, I've put all of your instructions there regarding your quiz. The video will be posted here, and then the quiz is going to open up on 129, at 8 a.m. and it's going to be open until the 5th at midnight. So please make sure that you complete it by that date. You can complete it as many times as you wish, but you just have to make sure that you finish it at least one time by that date. I'm just going to review real quick that I have talked to you about everything. Make sure you're contacting me with any issues. Even if Dr. Sawyer is the one teaching that week, make sure that you CC me on any email correspondence if you have an excused absence or if you have an issue with one of the assignments. Please make sure I'm kept in the loop so that I can provide you with any assistance if needed. Other than that, just make sure that you're checking UB Learns often and your UB email, and any updates I'll try to post in the announcements so that you are alerted to any changes in report times. Please contact me at my email with any questions or to make an appointment, and I look forward to working with you in Farm Care 3. Thank you.